So I felt compelled. I was listening to some music in between, and I felt like listening to Frank Ocean, Biking. So y'all might want to listen to that. It's what's hot in the streets right now. It's a really dope song. It's talking about freeing yourself from stresses and things of the sort through bicycling, which is what Albert Einstein used to do, you know? Hey, y'all. Hey, spiritual experiences. I know Frank Ocean is the jam. I can listen to Frank all day. Oh, Crystal, you never made it so long? Yay! It is your lucky day. Hey, Chantel. All right. What's going on with Sagittarius? So we're going to look at the overall energy for you guys, as well as what's going on energetically in your life right now. And then we're going to take a gander at your love life, you know? Uh-oh. Man. Did you watch Virgo's reading? Virgo's reading was something. Man. All right, Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. What do they need to know? What's going on in their part of the universe? Clear and direct guidance only. Whoa, this is interesting. Is that 3 cards? These 3 cards turn sideways in my deck. Let's go with it. Interesting. First card, Awakening. Energetic updates, a new way of being, integration. Next, we have Birthing a New Age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being, raising collective consciousness. Next is Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Wow. So, of course, this is happening with a lot of people. It's a lot of downgrades. If you guys have felt like a dark kind of energy looming around you, what that really is you guys ascending to a higher level of awareness, right? So it's kind of like parts of you that are no longer serving you are like being burned off in a sense. And how that ends up translating into how you're feeling physically, it's either feeling really dark, feeling pessimistic, feeling depressed, you know what I'm saying? Very sluggish, lethargic, tired, fatigued, things of the sort, right? But like I said with everyone, what's happening right now is a lot of people are getting put into alignment. And then BTW, don't feel some type of way if I don't look at the chat. Only reason why is because I don't want us to be here for like 17 hours. Because I know everybody got to go to work tomorrow. So I'm going to look up here and there. But don't feel some type of way. I love your face. But the whole reason why is because everyone's coming into alignment of where it is they're supposed to be, who they're supposed to be with, aligning with their, soul families and whatnot. Because there's work that needs to be done in reference to raising collective consciousness, right? And it's important to note, and I said this to Geminis, is that no matter where you are in life or what you're doing, if you're doing your work, you are playing a role in all of this. So it's not necessarily required for you to do something that's, quote unquote, exceptional in order for you to influence the collective. It's just you being who you are, being the highest vibration of yourself wherever you are. You know what I mean? And in reference to that, whatever it is you guys are feeling led to do, like what feels in alignment with you, if you're afraid to kind of step out, and whether that be as yourself or to step into alignment with what it is you feel spiritually led to do, to be assured in the fact that if you leap in the direction of what you're feeling led to do, that spirit is going to catch you. So it's nothing to fear. So allow your spirit to guide you because it's guiding you correctly, right? So that's your overall energies. So now we're going to look at what's going on situationally and what's not all the time. So Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance for my Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Anything that they need to know, anything they need insight on, clarity on, anything that will contribute to their highest good, anything that will assist them on their journey from now going into December. I ask for clear, indirect messages, Spirit. Anything that Sagittarius needs to know for their highest good. And I thank you in advance, Spirit, because I know you're good for it, because you always is, dang-nabbit son of a gun. That's how we roll around her. So we have a central energy. We have a challenge. Past influence. What's before you? Interesting. What's above you? And what's below you? Interesting. All right. Sagittarius. I can tell the shift in my energy. Y'all know I'm goofy. I got buku serious already. So the present energy that we have is the contract card in reverse. That's challenged by deceit. Past influence is indecision in reverse. What's directly in front of you is the world reversed. What's above you is envy. What's below you is the sacral chakra. So the thing that I can say is, with this deceit, unless I'm proven otherwise, the first way that I'm seeing this is that a cycle has ended in you guys' life, right? So it's new energy that you're in. That's signified by the fact that in the past, you were in two minds about something, right? But suddenly you have clarity now, right? But where our issue is here is us having envy above us, right? Now, when we think about envy, this card is different than your general classification of envy. This is more or less not being grateful for where you are and desiring either a life that was not intended to belong to you, or deluding yourself by thinking of kind of like what I said with Scorpio, this idealistic time in your life that's somewhere out there, somewhere in the future, one day if you're lucky, right? But the key is here, the deception that I'm seeing, I feel like that's self-deception, because it's the thought where kind of like what I had talked about here and why it's so important for you guys to kind of to take a leap of faith is because it's this misconception that, like how I talked about how you can influence the collective wherever you are in the world. So in your corner of the world, regardless of what you're doing, it doesn't have to be something exceptional. It's almost a sense of looking out either at others or at a future state and comparing yourself against that and kind of overlooking your own ability, right? Because and this is kind of reminding me of the reading I did for y'all last month. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was talking about the paper mache person, it's kind of like that. It's this comparison thing. But the thing is you have something inside of you and something to do. But what you're doing is of no comparison. So if you look out into the world and you're looking for someone, like looking for a schematic to manifest what you're trying to manifest, you're not going to find it, because it's like what you're doing is innovative, or what you're being led to do is innovative. But the thing is because of how you're perceiving the situation, that's why the world card going forward is in reverse. So this is not something that's set in stone, you know? This is just kind of like something that's bouncing you back, that's saying, hey, let's look at where we're at presently. You know what I'm saying? Because this is your immediate future contingent upon what we're seeing in your present energy if that isn't handled, right? So that's like if you listen to this reading, it just completely was like, bump what she talking about. Awesome stuff, right? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. But so I'm really feeling like the deception is not really so much about other people. It's like this is a self-deception. So it's, and I kind of touched on this with Scorpio too, it's going into a new cycle, right? Going into a new energy and deciding to bring the baggage from the old cycle into the new one. You know what I'm saying? And that inadvertently causes ourselves to not have that full-on new beginning. So it's a need to see the beauty in where it is that you are. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not supposed to be anywhere else other than you are. And if you feel like where you are sucks, it's a need for a change of perception. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on a new path. clearly, you know? And I think you guys are open to that. It's just a little bit of a mindset that needs to shift. But I'm going to get some more info on your second chakra card. So Spirit, can you give us some more insight into the second chakra? Like what that's about specifically? So we're not too general. Because to me, it feels like a confidence thing. It's a confidence thing that's related to comparison. You know what I'm saying? And if this is anything like the reading I had with you guys before, it's like the comparison is to something that ain't about nothing anyway, you know, something that's hollow, you know? What else is something else? Oh, how many cards is that? That's a lot of cards. Spirit has a sense of humor. When I show y'all these cards, you're gonna laugh. Look. Look at this. I can't play with y'all. I'm not playing with y'all tonight, Sagittarius. This is your above energy in reverse, which means like, oh, my bad. I'm not doing that. Then this is the card, the solar plexus from Scorpio. Oh, manifest. Oh, all right. We about that life. Oh, I ain't about to deceive myself no more. Okay, yeah, we good. So we're going to go ahead and channel this sacral to solar plexus so we can get her done. Y'all learn quick. Fire signs, you know? Thank you for that. So I don't feel like I need to go any deeper in that. So you listen. Thank you. Shifting energy. That is very true. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Yeah, man. So that's what the whole thing is. This is just a little hiccup. It's a little self-doubt. Because, like I said, with that reading I did with you guys before, whatever it is y'all are doing, y'all are really on to something. You feel me? You really are. But it's just a little bit of self-doubt. And I think that's really because, and that happens sometimes. Like, okay, so everybody's talking about, oh, the energy shift is new cycle, da-da-da-da-da. And I said that in somebody else's reading. And I'm going to tell you guys a little story, too, about jumping off the cliff. I don't remember who that was. But it's kind of like, okay, so Spirit says jump off of the cliff, right? So you know you can't go backwards. And you can't necessarily go forwards because there's no bridge and you're at the edge of a cliff. So you jump off, but there's a parachute, right? So when you jump off of the cliff, you release your parachute. And your assumption is, because this is a new cycle, as soon as I jump off, it's like I'm going to fly to where it is I'm supposed to be. And bam, I'm in alignment, new life, right? But what actually happens is when you jump off, you end up brushing against the side of the cliff. And it seems like jumping off was a really bad idea. But we're just waiting on divine timing to come through with that gust of wind that's going to lift you and bring you to where it is that you're supposed to be. So I think it's because even though the energy shifted, you guys didn't see that, because it's like you made the decision to go in a direction because it was like, I can't go back to this and I'm ready. But it's like once you did that and, you know, that karmic contract was nullified, you're in the new energy. It's the fact that there's no tangible evidence that the cycle is different. So it's like, so what are we doing? I'm brushing up against the cliff and this don't look like a new life. It looks like I'm falling off of a cliff right now. But it's just more or less waiting for that gust of wind and then things are going to change over, right? So we're going to look at you guys' love energies. So you guys are in a good space. It's just don't doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, because I say that like with social media, sometimes it's good to take a little break from that because with the whole comparison trap, we can look at other people, but we don't have the whole backstory. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's social media or it's just people that you know in real life, always know that you don't have the full story. It's like we just get the pretty picture sometimes. We don't always have the whole backstory. You know what I mean? So the only thing that I'm seeing is you guys really going back to that faith that you guys had initially and trusting and knowing that you're on the way to where it is you're desiring to be, right? But like I said, clarifying this sacral chakra card, the fact that it's the two cards from the Scorpio reading and the fact that deception and envy, because this is like my photography deck, so it's a smaller version of the bigger deck. But the fact that it's the same two cards, but they're in reverse, meaning you came out of that energy like y'all are Gucci. just think it's funny that happened that quick. Alone for 6 years. I feel you on that. I'm saying this is it's like y'all have moved past like the Sag reading I did last month. This is in alignment with it. You guys have moved forward, but I think it's just a little temporary bout of doubt, you know. Nothing major. All right, Spirit. Can we get clear and direct guidance for Sagittarius for the love lives, please, Spirit? What energies are coming up for Sag and love from November going into December, please, Spirit? And then we're going to pull 2 cards for each of you for Sag and a person of interest. And we're going to look at what you guys are thinking and feeling and what the other person is thinking and feeling. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. What's going on in y'all love lives? Wow. Oh, Sagittarius. Y'all is. Oh. Dang, that son of a gun. So, first card for your overall energy and love is the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Are y'all inviting New Bae to Thanksgiving? Next card, this situation involves marriage. Next, you deserve love. You're lovable. So in the event that you're doubting your love relationship, you know. So if y'all aren't already married, it's probably where this is headed. Just throwing that out there. That's nice. Wow. I get the sense that you guys are a tad scared, you know? A little scared. What you scared of? What is Sagittarius thinking and feeling in the person they're interested in thinking and feeling, Spirit? So in Sagittarius's thought space, ooh, we have the 9 of Swords. This person make you feel a little some type of way, eh? Getting involved with that. What? Don't say that. Don't you dare. Not getting involved with a narcissist. We're not doing that. In your feeling space, we have the Lovers in reverse. This came up for, was that Gemini? You're anxious. Okay. So here's the thing. I feel like, okay, because this is over your indecision energy. So my thing is like, this feels right to you, but you're holding back, right? And I feel like the reason why you're holding back is like because you're afraid on some stuff. And I don't know if it's that feeling that this person is either like too good to be true, or that this yet another, you know, disappointment that I'm not going to invest in. You know what I'm saying? But you're vibing with this person, but it's because fear of commitment comes up a lot of times with you guys. And like just all the readings that I've done for Sag, it's like this fear, and it's not a fear of commitment like you don't want to commit to people. It's just like, it's really, the root of it is like a fear of disappointment. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost kind of like treading lightly in a situation. So it's almost like, okay, even if you're legit with this person, it's kind of like not being 100% emotionally invested. So it's kind of having one foot in, one foot out, just in case they mess up, like you could just dash right out on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But your person, they're above energy. The 5 of Swords. This is so interesting. This is so interesting. So they're seeing this with you. it's almost like, okay, I open up, but to a certain extent, but it's like, don't F with me. It's like the vibe that they would get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm letting you a little close, but tread lightly, right? So I think like for them, it's making them afraid of like completely exposing themselves in a sense. It's like a fear of completely opening up because they kind of sense that like that boundary in a sense, right? In their feeling space, they got justice in reverse. So it's almost like they're afraid, oh, they feel like they're not good enough for you. Wow. Oh, a little tuckus. And I feel like because this person, and I'm sorry to get all up in their business like this, I feel like they have a little bit of self-esteem issues because I feel like this person has been rejected a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's that you guys don't like them. I think you do, but it's just stuff that you've been through. You're kind of guarded. But I think they're misinterpreting that, like, you being guarded as like you really don't like them. You know what I'm saying? And they already kind of like they have issues with rejection and they have a little self-esteem issues, and they kind of, because it's like they look at you like somebody that's out of their league already. And it was kind of like this person is out of my league, but oh my gosh, they like me. But then them kind of feeling that wall up to them is like reinforcing, like, I knew they really didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? So whereas at one point in time they felt like, ooh, this is it. It's like now they're kind of scared, like they really don't like me. But the whole reason why you're holding back is not because you don't like them, because you do. It's like I feel like you feel, like a little passionate connection to them, but you're just holding back for fear of being disappointed because you don't want to be disappointed, especially if you guys are coming out of a not necessarily immediately coming out of, but if you guys came out of a relationship where you kind of felt like that. Because I kind of feel like this person is feeling how you felt at one point in time with someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like they made you feel like you weren't good enough. Like, because I know somebody had said something about like a narcissist type of deal. Like somebody like that. Like you guys were in a relationship in the past with somebody who beat you down and made you feel like you weren't worth anything or you couldn't do anything right or something of the sort. And I feel like a lot of that energy from this past relationship, or even somebody who always like that cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who you ended up finding out was dealing with somebody on the side, and kind of and I kind of touched on this in Capricorn, like that comparison trap is like the person that they cheated on you with was so vastly different from you that hurt you even more so, because whether like if it was an age difference or something, like it's something this person was that you weren't, right? And it's like, so they don't want me, you know what I'm saying? So it's not one of those things like, oh, I have like a few extra pounds on me, right? And like the other person is like 10 pounds lighter. It's like, oh, I could lose 10 pounds. But it was something like, say, if the age was vastly different. So it's like, you can't, go backwards in time on some stuff. But it's like that kind of wounded your self-esteem like deeply. Because it's like, I feel like the past relationship you guys had, even if it wasn't the immediate one, there was one that really like broke you to your core almost. And it's like that guardedness comes from that. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's, from the self-deception in alignment with just like your general life, because I always say like we're holistic beings. So anything that exists in one facet of your life is always rearing its ugly head in other facets of your life. It just takes some time to really sit back and look at it to see it, because it's the same energy, is just manifesting differently in different facets of your life. So it's a level of like guarding against being hurt again. You know what I'm saying? And thinking of a time in your past of when, someone made you feel less than. So you're protecting yourself against that. but you've met someone who's been through the same thing that you have. But with you protecting yourself, they're misinterpreting that as a disinterest, and it's pinging on their issues with worth and self-esteem. So it's kind of this this thing for them where they felt like it was going to be an end all be all type of deal. You know what I mean? And I think this is so funny because you look at this card and it's like a little Sagittarius person. I want you. But looking at the Justice reverse and the World reversed, you know what I'm saying? It's like what I feel like they thought was going to be the end all be all ended up being, well, I'm not going to say ended up being, what they felt at one point in time was going to be the end all be all. They're starting to doubt that it was that. Because I really do feel like this person, and I feel like you're seeing it too. You're vibing with this person. It's just, it's fear. But I mean, at the center of all of this is the wedding card. So there's potential for this to grow into something. You know what I'm saying? But what I think is important is if this is something like, if you resonate with this and you know that you're doing that, and maybe things like conversations you've had with this person, like they've told you about their past, you know what I'm saying? So if that resonates with you, I would say to kind of take the step to connect with this person. You know what I'm saying? And don't like kind of just hope that stuff will work itself out, because I feel like if this isn't addressed, you know, if you don't speak of what you're feeling, if they don't speak of what it is that they're feeling, I think you guys would end up growing apart. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a little bit of a fear of losing independence too. That's another thing. It's like being afraid of somebody dominating you. You know what I'm saying? Or taking your power away. But I mean, with this person, I don't know. I don't know if they're like a water sign or something, but it's like, I mean, they could be a Libra. But it's like the energy I feel from them, it's like a very soft-hearted person. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a dude, like he's really sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the thing that he likes about you, like if this is a Sagittarius female, the thing he likes about you is that, you know, you're strong. You know what I'm saying? And that you are independent. So it's like he digs that about you. So he's not trying to take that away from you. Like he likes that, you know? So yeah, man. Talk to this person. Kind of feel bad for them because they're sensitive. Oh Lord, why are y'all saying, oh my gosh, what happened? This is your reading. Oh, that's a friend. That's so funny. I like when that happens. Yeah, dog, this dude, he's buku soft-hearted. You know what I'm saying? And he got a little bit of low self-esteem, you know. He just, dude been through some things. He been through some stuff. But he digs your strength. So I don't really feel like this person, compared to what you dated, I don't know why I'm hearing Aries right now. But compared to people that you dated in your past, I don't really feel like this person is much like anyone. But I think it's a good combination, because I feel like in this relationship, like say if you're like a entrepreneurial business kind of person, it's like I feel like this person would be like a support system for you. So they'd be like a cheerleader. So they wouldn't really be trying to compete with you, like talking about it. Because you know, sometimes it's like that in relationships where people be competing with each other. But I don't really feel like this person would try to outdo you. It's like they think you're the bee's knees already. You know what I'm saying? They admire your strength. So I don't really feel you're going to have to worry about this person dominating you or anything, because they dig that in you. But they do see a future in you, but it's just kind of how you're feeling a little bit of self-doubt right now. They're feeling the same thing, because it's the thought that you're not interested in them anymore. So I feel kind of bad for them. Oh, for real? He acted more like a karmic partner rather than my twin. That's funny. That's interesting. Because I could say, like, if we spend this, like, say if this is like the same person, you know what I'm saying? it's a possibility where, well, I mean, that would be the first group of people. The other way that I can see that I look at it is that if this is like a karmic partner person, the cycle is over between them. Because it's like I can see the mirror reflection of this type of deal. And it's the simple fact that, I don't know, this person, like, okay, so this is not my first group. So this is like a second group of people. So this person, I don't want to say they seduced you, but lured you in on some stuff, whatever. Or maybe the relationship just started off like very sexual, right? But this person was kind of like jealous. So it was competition. You know what I'm saying? And the competition was in the fact that it was them and other people that they were dealing with. So kind of like how I talked about the first group, with that being a person in the past. If that were a karmic partner type of situation, this is somebody where the cycle 2 times is definitely over with. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole key was this person being jealous of you and them trying to put you in a dominate, like dominate you. Because it is kind of like a narcissistic energy. It's like them being jealous of your potential and kind of like maybe putting you under submission so they could siphon your creativity from you and have you like supporting like their energy and what it is that they're trying to do and so on and so forth, right? Like their projects and stuff. But the important thing to kind of note in all of this is the fact that that cycle has ended, and it's important for you to know that you deserve love, right? Because going forward, it's like you guys would be coming into alignment with someone that's much like the person I described about the last group, you know? How did I not get notifications? I don't know. That happens a lot of times. Sometimes the notifications don't pop up, you know? I don't know why it does that sometimes. Hey, Giggle Glimmer. Sometimes YouTube is awesome. Yeah, dude, I don't know why that is. Sometimes, and then people tell me like when I post like pre-recorded videos, like they'll get the notification like way after the fact when I posted it, you know? But either way it goes, man, whether you're with this person now and you had left a person like this in the past, or if those of you are just, you know, wrapping it up with a person like this, and it's a person like this coming in, either way it goes, you guys are headed for a very stable and happy relationship. But it's just important to know, and this kind of pings on the energy that I got from the general, is that you do deserve the love of a lifetime. You do, because you're an amazing person, you know? So you deserve it for being just who you are, not needing to be anything other than that. Really? That's crazy. Giggle Glammer. I'm so mad about that. But then again, y'all, you know, I be putting up my notifications for my lives like 5 minutes, 2 minutes before I come on. Sag versus Leo. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yes. Okay. Wow, that's so weird. That's so odd. I'm gonna start putting them up like ahead of time when I do go live. Oh, and this is making me look back at Leap. You know what I'm saying? If you're afraid of this relationship, man, take a leap of faith. All right? Because you're not gonna be able to get all the details. Just take a chance. Take a chance on love. Oh yeah? Dang. Premiere, do it. You know, I was thinking about doing a premiere. I think I might do that for December. Because like with the premiere, that means I get to like watch it with y'all and we get to interact and stuff while it's playing. Is that what it is? I think that's how that works. If that's how that works, I would yeah. I think I'm gonna do that. That'd be gangster. How do I talk to him without being annoying? Right? I would love to interact with y'all while y'all watch. That'd be so funny. Well, one thing I would say is I don't think you can ever be. That's so funny. One of the dice slipped out of my hand and it said Leo. But I don't even think you can talk to someone and be annoying. That's one thing that I say. Relationships should not have to be me altering who I am or how I communicate to come at you right. You know what I'm saying? It's a need of like understanding who or how I am. You know what I'm saying? Cleo taking a chance on love. Oh yeah. That's so funny. That would be fun. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to doing that. I want to know if it's possible to do a curse to fake twin flames. Don't be trying to curse people now. I say just be yourself, be authentic. If you don't, see, that's what it is, dude. I always say the greatest compliment that a counterpart of mine can give to me is you loving me as I am. That is the greatest compliment. Not needing me to be anything other than what I am. That's the greatest. Oh, thank you, Patrick. The greatest compliment. Oh, thank you. Real talk. Trying to see if you're being tricked. Dog. Don't curse nobody. I'm trying to tell you. Thank you. Lucky, I'm gonna have to do a video with you. So, because with all this little black magic that's going on, I'm gonna need you to shaman in this up and tell people how to block all this stuff. If there is, she probably did. In my book, I talk about that. With the difference between like false twins and real twins, the fact of like when a person is like low vibe and they're bringing you down, like when kind of what I talked about in Gemini, when a person's hella sadistic. Smartphones aren't too smart. They really not. They so slow. Sage. So you guys can formulate a yes or no question for the dice of Rosalom. Because I'm going to toss them out. You know? See what's crack-a-lacking. Tossing these out. Interesting. Sagittarius. Aries. Wow. Didn't I say I heard Aries? Moon, family, and node with an exclamation point. So Sagittarius, Aries, moon, family, no exclamation point. So whatever that means to you, my dear. Spirit has you giving me personal reading. Spirit gave me $100 for the month and told me spend it wisely till money comes through. It's a smart move. If you go eye for an eye, dude, that's so real. That's why I say, man, you don't want to do no curses because that comes back on you for real, for real. And see, the way that it works is like it's going to come back on you at the worst time. Like when everything in your life is going good, it's like, you got to pay this karmic debt. Dude, yeah, all these readings have been interconnecting. It's crazy. It really is. They're all interconnecting. It's so crazy. That is very true, Lucky. You are so welcome, Veronica. I'm so glad that it resonated. But I mean, this is a beautiful energy. It's a little bit of self-doubt, not too much. Me, I'm a Taurus. Bull gang. I was going to try to make a bull sound, but I'm not going to embarrass myself in front of people, you know. You're so welcome, Tanya. I'm glad I could be of assistance. I'm going to miss you guys. I really am. Because, I don't know. I feel like I'm like addicted to reading for y'all. Like, I just be trying to make excuses to read for you guys. I'm like, I miss my subbies. Oh my God, I'm gonna start putting Sag up with a $, because that's so gangster. Amen. Indeed. I'm not gonna be going too long. Y'all gonna see me in like 2 weeks. Unless some energetic shift pop off and I end up having to do a collective reading again. See if she cursed me again. Someone called her a false twin flame. Probably so. See, here's the funny thing. Whenever somebody like, don't ever give too much dominion and power to curses and hexes and things of the sort. Because the tricky thing about this is people can't hex you or woo-woo you in ways that you're not already in alignment with, right? So if you are already in alignment with a lack mentality, right? and somebody curses your money, it's like your money was already cursed. They're just intensifying the energy. But it's like, you know, a dark entity can't take up residence in a space where, you know, it's not welcome. Meaning that, like, you know, light and dark can't exist in the same space. So if ever there's an attachment that's attached to you, it's because it's attached to a wound that was already there. It can't create a portal to come through. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, if you think about flies being attracted to SHIT, because it's SHIT. It's what flies do. But if it's not there, there's no way for them to commune. So the main thing that you're looking at, and what's a quick, easy way to do it, is Archangel Michael. And it's focusing on your solar plexus chakra, because that's where energetic cords are attached. Or if you want to go to that extent of needing an external medium, you can get an uncrossing candle, right? Let me get a piece of paper and show you what you do. Ugh. So you can Google that online, an uncrossing candle, right? You're going to take either parchment paper or like a brown paper bag, and you're going to draw arrows to the four corners, right? And then you're going to write your name in the middle, right? So you're going to do this, not on a paper this big, but you're going to put your name in the middle, right? And then you're going to sit the candle on this. Once you light it, let it burn until the candle's completely out. And that's going to send all of the negative energy that's being sent to you back to its source, right? So if you need something tangible, like if doing visualization or energetic work is like, that's not tangible enough for you, just Google an uncrossing candle. They got buku online stores that sell them. I need to start, because I used to make them. I might cure some more for y'all and put them up on the website. But just take a piece of parchment or a piece of brown paper bag, write your name, four corners, put the candle on there, light it, and you're Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So just something that simple. But like I say, with everything it is that we encounter, never give, you know, black magic and all the, you know, juju and all that. Don't give that too much dominion, because it's the fear of it, which is a lack of understanding, that gives it more power than it really deserves. You know what I'm saying? Because you have more power and control than you're aware of. But, you know, something can't take up residence for you that you haven't already made a bed for, if that makes sense. You know? That's why it's like, you think about people who are narcissistic and stuff, and why they utilize your weaknesses against you, because they know you better than you know yourself. That's the problem. You should know yourself better. You know? You should always know yourself better. So I say that because I know with the Leo reading, in even with Gemini, was that Gemini or Virgo? One of them. Don't ever give that whole, you know, hoodoo, voodoo, you know, all that stuff. Don't give that too much dominion over you, because what's for you can't be taken away. Straight up. Like, what's for you is just for you. Like, no one can take that away from you. But it's the whole reason why a lot of times that stuff kind of works, because I never really believed in any of it until my Reiki master, when I was still like, I think I might have been just practitioner level. I was like level 2. And I was telling him how I thought all of that was asinine. And he was like, if you can send distance Reiki to somebody, why would you think that someone couldn't use the same portal and send you negative energy? And I was like, what? I never looked at it like that, you know? Hey, Leo. Oh, I love you, blissfully you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I now send back all negative. Yeah, there you go, Lucky. Amen to that. Yeah, man. Light and dark can't exist in the same house. So, and I mean, it gets so real when you come out of alignment with stuff and you become self-aware. People can try to do things to you and you can just laugh at them and say that's funny. Like, that's your okay. Good job for trying to do that. That was, you used all your energy on that, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah, it can be delayed, but never denied. But that's why I say it's always so important to know your body, know your energy field, and to practice energy hygiene. So it's all about awareness. It's like all of these things like that, they work because of ignorance. It's because of not knowing and fear. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it's so imperative. Remember who you are. You know what I'm saying? Remember how great you are, not in the sense of like me just boosting your self-esteem. I mean on a soul level. Like remember who you are, dog. Like they got people who, dog, they're not even in your stratosphere. Never allow those people to have dominion over your life or have you living in fear or afraid to step out and do something or thinking that they have more control over your life than you do. You know? Yes, spiritual baths are amazing. Yes, man. Oh, yes. Thank you, Patrick. So the curse is always prepared for her to do to me. That sounds like a karmic partner to me. Because see, twin flames, to me, those are two high vibrational beings. It's not a low vibrational person and a high vibrational person and a high vibrational person trying to make the low vibe person high vibe. It's like those are true twin flames are two change agents. You know what I'm saying? It's two people whose lives have been driven by this inner push that has absolutely nothing to do with their own personal benefit. It's like people who are called to help other people and you don't even know why, but it's just a drive to help others and to contribute to other people's lives. It's not gonna be your twin being someone that's, you know, low vibe and addicted and living in 3D and don't know nothing about spirituality and trying to put hexes and juju curses on people and things of the sort. Because the thing, like with the Leo read, was a person who was starting to dabble into spell work and stuff like that because they were trying to prevent someone they knew they weren't supposed to be with. Oh, thank you, blissfully you. Oh, thank you, baby. I love fives. But it's a person who was trying to keep another person away from their destiny, which is stupid. Like, really? As if you could do that. So yeah, it's a karmic. Yeah. It's a karmic, man. And that's what I said was about to become clear. A lot of people thought their karmics were their twin. But that's the whole reason why the name of my book is Motherfuck Twin Flames. Because it's a play on words. It's not that I don't believe in twin flames. It's just the simple fact that people have been mistaken karmics for twin flames for a very long time. And it's like, it's almost like a ploy in the sense of people who are supposed to be stepping into their calling. You're sticking in low vibration, sitting up here and trying to raise the vibration of someone whose vibration was never intended to be raised. You know what I'm saying? And not because they're cursed, it's because they chose not to. They had the ability to evolve just like everybody else. They just chose not to. Yeah, a lot of people are Giggle Glimmer. It's real. It's on Amazon. You don't have to purchase it now. That's just my little beta version. I'm putting out the updated version in the paperback because it's just the digital copy. I'm putting out the updated version in the updated copy in January. Oh yeah, dude. All of that I iron out in the book. So trust me. I dabbled. I gave like key points in the first version of my book. But the way that I go in detail, and that's the thing that I'm glad about, like I put out the beta version and the things that people wanted to know specifically of how to tell the difference between the two, because I had from my perspective, but my experience, of course, is different than everybody else's. So I wanted to take into account other people's stories and their experiences. And the updated version that I'm putting out in 2019, it's like you're going to see clearly, because it's very like, you think about the middle road and how the middle road is hard to see because you can't see it with your physical eyes. You have to close your eyes and see it with your third. That's how it is between karmic partners and twin flames, because it's very like thin lines between the two to be able to tell the difference, you know? Oh yeah, man. Real talk. Yeah, I like to hear that. I want to meet myself. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I touch on everything. I touch on karmic, soulmates, twin flames. I talk about the historical references for it, like in Greek mythology and the Quran and the Bible, breaking down the story of Adam and Eve. Then I go into what grooms you from childhood into situations as such. And then it goes into how to tell the difference between, you know, if it's a spiritual catalyst, karmic, twin flame, soulmate, so on and so forth, and what the purpose of the whole experience is. Aw. Yeah, it's on Amazon. If y'all about that life, y'all could get it. Thank you, Lucky. My bees look out for me. Y'all are the bomb. Yeah, it's the Kindle version. I'm telling you, dog, Archangel Michael is a beast. You call on him, he gonna be like, "What's jam? What's good? Who it is?" Oh man. Oh, Ava, I'm so sorry. Yeah, man, learning all day long. Yeah. Because I mean, I say you can benefit from the original version. It's just, you know, I get really intense with things, but I got a bunch of books that are coming out next year though. Like I'm just about to put out buku books. Because I've been writing books like forever and I just never published them. So I just got to the point where I'm like, screw it. I'm going to put them all out at the same time, whatever. Like every other week, I'm just going to put a book out. The Slim Pimp book. Oh, dude, you talking about Iceberg Slim? Oh, bro. Oh, yay. Yeah, I'm putting out a lot of my poetry next year. Oh, thank you. Most definitely. I'm going to start having meetups next year. I'm going to start having meetups because I get so many emails from people who live in my city. And they're like, first of all, how are you in my city? And like, I'm not talking to you. So I'm going to start doing meetups because I have a lot of friends and family like all over the country. So I was like, that's really not going to be that hard. Speak it into existence, Lucky. I'm going to get there one day with my little suit on. Oh, yeah. I write poetry about a lot of stuff. Like all of my poetry, because I've been writing poetry since I was 8. And one of my books is called From Hot Chocolate to Cigarettes. And From Hot Chocolate to Cigarettes is the very first poem I wrote when I was 8, all the way up to when I was 24. So all of my poetry from my younger years, it's all about unrequited love. It's all unrequited love. And like the pains that a person experiences when you just want someone to love you, you know, and like just the vacancy that one feels or the lack of oxygen in one's life because, you know, being like desperately desiring to be loved by someone and just not getting it. Right? Giggle Glimmer for real. Yeah, dog. That toxic twin journey, bro. It's real. I'm saying, y'all, speaking into existence. Get me on the TED Talk. Sky, hi, Sky's friend. I don't know what your name is. Right? I'm trying to tell you. I tell myself that every morning, Lucky. Oh, really? Spiritual experience? Yes, TED Talks for She Do. Yeah, man. All my poetry from back in the day is really sad. But coming into now, like a lot of the stuff that I write is like about the evolution process and spirituality and stuff like that. But still, I have love stuff, you know, because I think I have like two of my poems, because I promoted Motherfuck Twin Flames with one of my poems, and it's under the little playlist She Do Creative. And then another one of my poems, What Love Really Means, is under She Do Creative too, on the channel. Hey, Orion's daughter. Make it a trilogy, dog. I will. I'm about that life. Like, because I mean, all of my, like, and here's one thing that's important to note. Like, I have a really weird way of doing things, because I don't really feel like there's ever an ending to anything. To say that I'm an INFJ of all things, but I don't really ever feel like there's an ending to anything. So all of my work is all interconnected, and it doesn't matter what it is I'm doing. Like anything that I ever publish or put out, all of them are interconnected. So like Motherfuck Twin Flames is like the beginning of like a saga that's never ending. Because it's almost like each section of that book within itself is its own book, if that makes sense. You know? And it's like, maybe when I die, it'll all make sense. Yes, twin flame in narcissist is being overused. As a therapist, that kind of, I feel like the whole reason why I use the term narcissist, because like in the therapeutic community, we don't just throw out diagnosis like that. And I think the reason why I use that word so much now is because it's like a form of trying to take ownership of it, because it's so completely overused to where people are like saying everyone's narcissistic. That's why, like in the book, I define the difference between calling a person like a narc or narcissistic and narcissistic personality disorder, because the two are two vastly different things. And at the heart of it, we all have narcissistic traits. All of us do. Like every single human being alive, we all have narcissistic traits, you know? So, but it's just about like narcissism is on a scale. And according to like the DSM-5, like the manual that we use to diagnose people, there's so many of certain traits a person has to display over a certain course of time in order for you to be diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. So unless a person has been diagnosed by a mental health professional, you can't really say a person is narcissistic. They can have narcissistic traits, but like a person with narcissistic traits, which is why like I coined the term narcopendant in my book, because that's really what you're talking about. You're talking about a codependent who has narcissistic traits and is more extroverted with their control, as opposed to like an introverted codependent where it's more insidious. You know what I'm saying? So, but that doesn't necessarily make them narcs, because if you label a person with narcissism, it's like there's no hope for them. And even the guy who wrote Malignant Self-Love, who's a self-professed and diagnosed narcissist, lets you know narcissists are people you don't trust. So if you legit think that somebody that's your twin flame is a narcissist, that's game over for them. Like there's no cure for narcissistic personality disorder. There's no cure for any personality disorder, because it's a distortion of the personality, right? So it's so ingrained it can't be changed. So that's why it's like, it's so, you got to be careful about throwing around terms like that, you know? Yeah, two very different things. Two very different things. Yeah, narcopendant. My mentor saw that. She's like, I love that. I was like, it just came to me. I was like, that's a good way to kind of term that, you know? Yeah, man, judgment. That's real huge. We feel like we need to judge stuff unnecessarily. Whoo, antisocial personality disorder. We go talk about some sociopaths in this piece. Yeah, man, sociopaths are interesting people. I find them very intriguing, because people mistake sociopaths for psychopaths. And you know, sociopaths are created. Psychopaths are born. So sociopaths are created because of you know, the lack of attachment in childhood. Oh, wow. Diagnosed as a sociopath. Yep. See that? And that's a true diagnosis right there. That is like a comorbid diagnosis. It's like antisocial personality disorder, or, you know, a sociopath, and it's like their manifestation of that is through narcissism. Criminal Minds is the jam. Social people, but I'm not that. I'm socially awkward, y'all. People tell me that, like, how I seem on YouTube and stuff. Like, I'm a morbid introvert in real life. Like, I'm the person who walks around with my headphones in my ears, not listening to anything, hoping people don't talk to me in real life. It's like, oh, don't talk to me, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. I'm extremely introverted. I just do a really good job masquerading as an extrovert. Right. Yeah, dude. Real talk. Because it's like, I know one of my friends was like, dude, you probably like walk in places. I'm like, no, I don't. If I have someone that I feel comfortable with, you know, I can be social. But like, I get really nervous when I'm in public because I start feeling people's energy. And I think that's why it's so overwhelming for me when I'm in large groups of people, because I start hearing things and like, not like, you know, hallucinating. But I mean, like, I start hearing messages and stuff from people and I'm like, I need to get out of here. I'm trying to get my groceries out of Walmart. Just let me get my groceries to get out of here, please. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, it gets overwhelming. Like, and I was talking to my best friend on the phone. I was in the store, like, trying to find a shirt to wear. And I was like, buku high energy. I was in the store for like a good 20 minutes and I suddenly felt like all my energy was getting sucked out of me, because I noticed when I'm in stores, dude, it's like people, I could be on an aisle by myself and it's like all of a sudden everyone wants to come on the aisle and I'm like, and they'll come look at something like right next to me and I'm like, are you serious right now, you little energy vampires? Get away from me. So I get so irritated in the store. So aggravating. That's why I like shopping online, you know? But yeah, man, I'm going to get up out this piece, because I got to go finish my little private readings. Oh, you was looking at the Virgo reading. Right, dude. Psychic vampirism, that's real. Exactly, dude. It's draining. Good night, my loves. I know, it's so annoying. Work hard, slay, and rejoice. That's what I'm talking about. Dag nabbit son of a gun. Dude, yeah, I do be feeling like they're like, get out of here now. Like, get out. Run. Oh, it's your first time live? I love your face. Get the fuck out. Right. Oh, man. We got to do this more often, man. It is hella late. It's like, it's 11:53 by me. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to let you guys know once the paperback comes out. You are so welcome. We got to find a spot. I don't know. I might get back on Facebook, because my Facebook is up, but I just have not been on Facebook like at all. But I have a like a little group on Facebook, and it's called the She Do Dolls. Y'all can go join that, because I like going live, because I like chatting with y'all at the end. So I might just start coming on, and not, you know, everybody on YouTube, but just like my little small group of people on Facebook, and just chit chat with y'all, you know. I'm from New Orleans. No, let me tell you something, Giggle Glimmer. I have been trying to get my little design stuff together for that, because what I'm doing is a lot of like, you're number one. For all my merch that I'm putting up, I'm naming it after y'all. Like, everybody who came up with these different like hashtags and stuff like that, the name of the shirt is going to be named after you. So your shirt is going to be called the Giggle Glimmer. And my best friend was like, you're gonna have to tell Giggle Glimmer that she's never gonna be able to change her YouTube name ever. So yeah, so the shirt's gonna be named after all of my subbies, because that's what I want to do for my merch. It's like I want all of my merch to be dedicated to my subbies. Yeah, I love you guys. Like, y'all come up with the funniest stuff, like for real. Like with the Capricorn reading, like the little gift for the Capricorn reading, like I was screaming at that. It was so funny, y'all. Oh heck yeah, we need to have little meetups and chats. But yeah, Giggle Glimmer, your shirt is going to be called the Giggle Glimmer. Yeah, man. Real talk. But my bestie was like, you better tell her never to change her YouTube name. So lucky you get off first. Oh man. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the little the graphics and stuff together, because y'all know I like minimalist design and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that it looks dope, you know, but it will be launching. All that's coming out 2019. Yeah, Giggle gonna be out here signing shirts. Peace and love, my dear. Yeah, I love minimalist design. I love it. But I think sweatshirts are probably going to come out first since it's cold. And I think everything's going to be black, because I just like black. It's a miracle I'm wearing pink. I love your face. Yeah, man. Straight up. I love you, long time, Lucky. Thank you, Dorothy. Well, you guys get some rest. I'll catch you guys in December. Unless something changes before then, but I doubt it. But I'll see y'all in December. But go join the Facebook group, and I'm gonna see you guys sooner than later. It was so fun chilling and hanging with y'all. I'm gonna have to put a little timestamp that says stop watching here. Oh man. Oh, you're going away? Ex-Catholic school girl here too. Yes, dude. You already know. That hoodie life and Birkenstocks, wigwam socks and whatnot. Oh man. All right, guys. Good night. I love your faces. It's been so fun chilling with you guys. I will see you all sooner than later. Get some rest and enjoy your week and your Monday. Thank you, Lucky. I love your face. Yeah, y'all go join. But I'll see you guys later. Oh, Elma. Oh. Yeah, guys, stay positive. Keep up the good vibes. Love your faces. See y'all later. Oh, thank you, Orion. Good night, guys. Or good morning. One of those. Love your face.